There's always a new level in life. I wanted to talk about levels in life in this video because there's, I think, a misconception that we often get caught up on, which goes a little something like this, that once we get to such and such a point, that we will have achieved enlightenment or the perfect life or whatever number of silly things. Now here's the thing, there's always a new level in life. It can be, like I said, very, very easy to get caught in, like, we get to a specific goal, let's say, in our head, and we say, that'll be the zenith of greatness, like, I'll be at the top of the mountain when I reach this thing, when this thing happens. And then we get there, and it's like, uh-oh, there's another mountain over there. Uh-oh. And we realize that it's time to start again, to grow more, to get a new set of muscles, to aim our sights for new horizons. And lately learning this, I've been sort of amused, and that's why I wanted to share it, because I think, like I said, a lot of the time, we as people, human beings, entities incarnated on Earth, we get caught up in this game that we're playing here in life. And we forget that there isn't any one level. It's not like you reach a certain level and ta-da, you've achieved life. Give them a medal. That's no such thing. And so, the comedy to me is that it applies not just in one context in life, like in the grand scheme that we're talking about, also within all the little microcosms of life. For example, let's say you're pursuing a cooking degree. I am not a chef, however, let's say that you were. When you're, for example, in primary school, maybe you take home ec or whatever it is between primary and high school. You take home economics, you learn to cook a little, you get to bake. Is that the top level of cooking? No. Then let's say you go off to an actual specific culinary school. That's another level of achievement. And you're like, yeah, when I get out there at the top of culinary school, is that the top of the heap? No. You can still go to, you get my point. So there's always a new level. And the point of me making a specific video about the fact that there's continuing levels is, number one, not to discourage you. Because I understand how it can be, oh my gosh, well then I'll never get there, wherever there is. What I want to say is from a different perspective. It's to accept where you are. And I know you probably have heard that other places by now. I know I'm not alone. I'm not the only one saying that. The thing is, when you can accept where you are, I don't know how to explain this. Again, I've said this in many, many videos recently. With the acceptance of where you are and who you are, the more and more that you accept those things, the more and more free and calm and blissful and peaceful you really will become within yourself. And that is more of this inner peace that they talk about. It's a deep-seated calm within yourself. You physically feel, if you've ever done grounding practices, you will know how it feels to be connected and grounded in the earth. And the more, at least for me personally, that I've experienced these things, and I have felt more grounded in myself more often. In what I mean is not even when I'm outside actively grounding. Example, now I'm talking to you guys and I feel very much in my body. I'm very conscious, very aware and present. And that's excellent. That's where I'm meant to be right now. I don't need to be upset that I'm not the super pro orator of the century. I don't need to be upset that I'm not a movie star or whatever yet. It doesn't matter. I'm inviting you to accept where you are, because where you are is beautiful, because it's a part of the story. Think of any story that you've ever read. If a particular important detail of that story was left out, would the story be the same? Chances are, no. And the same is true for you. You, your higher self, God in you, God in your higher self, whatever it is you believe, before you came and became an incarnated bodied being here, your higher self and God or the universe created this story for you to experience, to go through, this whole life story of yours, and it's specific to you. So I invite you not to have so much of this urge to rush through it, because it is a beautiful life, and in the slowing down there really is a lot of magic. And I won't do a whole tangent about this. You guys know that lately I've really been appreciating my life, the little things, all the little things, the fact that I have a phone to do these videos, to communicate with you guys, the fact that I have a growing following of people who actually appreciate my message, the fact that I am now really appreciating who I am and the different aspects of what makes me, I feel like, myself. And maybe those views will change in the future. I don't know. The point is, there's a real beauty and a power, oddly, as I say, in accepting where you are and who you are right now, and understanding that, as I said, that's an integral part of your life story, was to go through whatever it is that you may be going through, growing through, and experiencing right now. So if this video has indeed helped you, which I hope that it has, please do share it with anyone you think it may also serve. Subscribe, as it helps me as a content creator to get my message out there to the people who need to hear it. And last but not least, if you, my beautiful spirit soul, need any support or health coaching in particular, please don't hesitate to reach out at this email address here, where it would be my honest to goodness pleasure to serve you in whatever way I can. With that, have a beautiful and a blessed rest of your day or night, wherever you are, and I will see you, gorgeous, gorgeous cats, in the next video. Namaste and much love. Stay healthy. You know, like, but I don't need to be upset that I'm not the super pro orator of the century. There's another mountain over there. Uh-oh. There isn't any one level. Oh my gosh, well then I'll never get there, wherever there is. Uh-oh. Give her a medal. To get a new set of muscles. That'll be the zenith of greatness. Like, I'll be at the top of the mountain. You reach a certain level and ta-da, you've achieved life. And then we get there. That is more of this inner peace that they talk about. It's a deep-seated calm within yourself.